Hello, my name's Andrew Godsoul. It's back with my latest video. I've been doing a few of these lately. Um, as I'm now saying this, it is today, November the 26th, 2017. Now, I've got Asperger's and OCD, and sometimes a lot of people with Asperger's and OCD pay particular significance to dates, and today is a bit significant for me because of two things. It's one. Sorry, I'll explain it in a minute. Today is the anniversary of the publication of Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland in 1865. Now, 2 years ago, was working on a book which has recently come out as a paperback, which transferred the story of Alice's adventures from 1865 to 2015, which was 150 years on from the original story. And I set that story on July the 4th, 2015, because Lewis Carroll first told the story which became the novel on July the 4th in 1862. So it's sort of a confluence of the dates. Anyway, so I've done it in a video before, but if you haven't seen it or you'd like to have another look, there's the front cover of the book. Nice red and white cover, a bit of black writing there, nice rose there. And what I thought I'd do is just read a little bit from the second chapter. So at this point, Alice has tumbled down a great big tunnel and she's stuck in Wonderland and she's not quite sure what's happening. So this is what happens next. Alice was suddenly very alone. Indeed, she felt a bit like that mysterious woman. Which mysterious woman? With a bit of thought, Alice remembered what she meant. The idea that popped into her head was about The Lady of Shalott, a poem by Alfred Tennyson. This had inspired an atmospheric painting of the same name by a painter, and his name had been J.M.W. Turner? No, not Turner. J.M.W. Watercolour? No, and it was not Watercooler. Oh, I remember now. He was J.W. Waterhouse. The Tennyson verses about unrequited love drew upon a tale featuring Elaine of Astolat, linked in some way, Alice couldn't quite remember how, to King Arthur. The lady in the poem experiences a sad existence, watching the reflected activity of other people in a mirror. Shadows of the world appear, and weaving stories she observes into a tapestry. Trying to reorientate herself, Alice said, "Do I know the things I used to know? Let me see. Try geography. Britain is England, Scotland, Wales. Yes, that seems okay. Now try to remember the states that made up Yugoslavia. What were they? Croatia, Serbia, Titograd, Yugo Tours, Sveti Stefan, Spassky, Bonsai Eva Herzegovina, Macedonia, Alexandria, Cleopatra, Albania. No, I don't think that was quite right. What about the provinces of the Netherlands? Should be St. as Holland, North Holland, South Holland, New Amsterdam, Edam, New Zealand. Maybe not. We'll try to recite some of The Lady of the Shalott. Alice began her favourite poem, but the words appear to be going wrong. So this is what she said. Weaving a tapestry, the Lady of Shalott. Visions reflected through a glass onion. Catch a glimpse of a fair lady. Sorry, fair maid. Oh my God, is this? Am I reading my own poem here? But catch a glimpse of a fair maiden, her feet sore from bunions, fixing a hoe in the ozone, near the end, that Shalott. I like that poem. I might try and read it properly another day. I'm sure those are not the right words, said poor Alice, and her eyes filled with tears again. She went on, I'm so very tired of being all alone here. As she said this, she looked down at her hands, was a little surprised to see that she put on one of the rabbit's little white gloves while she was talking. How can I have done that? She thought. I must be growing small again. She got up and went to the table to measure herself by, and found that, as nearly as she could guess, she was now about 2 feet high and going on shrinking rapidly. She soon guessed that the cause of this was the flapping of the fan, and dropped it hastily, just in time to avoid shrinking away altogether. That was a narrow escape, said Alice, a good deal frightened at the sudden change, but very glad to find herself still in existence. Now for the garden, and she ran with all speed back to the little door. Alas, the little door was shut again, and the little golden key was lying on glass table as before. Things are worse than ever, thought Alice. I was never as small as this before. Right, so that's one of the it's an extract of one of the stories. Like you see, I've juggled a bit with the original thing, and I do like a little bit of wordplay. And I try to write poems, and yes, I think I'm getting there as a poet. I think I'll stick more to prose. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll be back another day with some more. Thank you. Goodbye.